All right, let's dive in. If you're part of the nonprofit world, you know that managing the finances can sometimes feel, well, a little chaotic. But what if it didn't have to be? What if you could turn that financial burden into one of your most powerful tools for growing your mission? Today, we're going to look at exactly how to make that happen.
So let's just start with a really direct question. Is your manual bookkeeping, all those spreadsheets and hours of data entry actually holding your mission back? Because, all those manual processes, they often bring a ton of risk and inefficiency that can directly hit how effective you are.
And those risks are there for a really good reason. The rules for nonprofits are just fundamentally different. This isn't your standard run-of-the-mill business accounting. Nope, this is a whole specialized field, and it comes with its own unique set of challenges.
Every single nonprofit leader is doing this constant balancing act. On one hand, you've got specific restrictions on how you can even use your funds. On the other, you need absolute transparency for your donors. And then, you're juggling this complex web of regulatory compliance. It is a tough gig.
At the very heart of all this is a concept called fund accounting. You can think of it as basically keeping your money in separate virtual buckets. Some of those buckets are restricted, meaning the money can only be used for a specific purpose, while others are unrestricted. Getting this separation right isn't just a good idea, it's non-negotiable. And it's exactly where a lot of the old school tools just fall flat.
And yeah, that core challenge, fund accounting, that's precisely where the old tools hit a wall. So let's talk about the hidden costs of relying on spreadsheets, because it goes way beyond just a few wasted hours here and there.
The difference between the old way and the new way really boils down to one thing: being reactive versus being proactive. With traditional methods, everything is manual. It's time-consuming. You're always playing catch-up, always looking in the rearview mirror. But modern solutions, they're automated and real-time. They don't just tell you what happened last month, they help you manage what's happening right now.
So does any of this sound familiar? That dreaded, wait, which version of the spreadsheet is the right one problem? Or spending hours hunting down one tiny formula error that threw off an entire report? Ugh. Look, these aren't just little annoyances, they are real operational risks that can lead to misusing your resources and making really bad decisions.
But here is the good news. We can completely pivot away from these problems and toward a really powerful solution. And this is all about shifting your team's focus away from those tedious, manual tasks and putting it back where it belongs, on your mission.
Now, to be crystal clear, we are not talking about some generic business software here. The solution is in tools that were built specifically for nonprofits. They get fund accounting, they get donor reporting right from the start because they were designed to automate those exact responsibilities.
And the engine that drives this whole transformation, it's automation. Just imagine, your bank transactions automatically syncing up and getting categorized by AI. Expenses tracked without you lifting a finger. This isn't science fiction, This is technology that gives you instant visibility into your finances and frees up just a massive amount of time. Okay, this is where it gets really exciting, because the benefits here go so far beyond just having cleaner books. We're talking about unlocking real, tangible advantages that directly fuel your mission.
Hey, remember that huge challenge of fund accounting we talked about? Well, modern tools solve it. They automatically create these clear, perfect separations between your restricted and unrestricted funds. This ensures you're always compliant and you always know exactly what resources you have for every single part of your mission.
And that efficiency, it has this incredible ripple effect on your fundraising. I mean, when you can automatically send out thank you letters or instantly pull up a donor's entire giving history, you're not just saving time, you are building stronger relationships. That level of professionalism builds trust, and trust is absolutely essential for keeping your donors and growing your support.
And what about reporting to your board, or to the people who give you grants? The difference is just night and day. Gone are those super stressful, all-night sessions trying to cobble a report together. Instead, you get instant, accurate, professional-looking statements with just the click of a button.
And you're getting the reports that actually matter, the ones that show your true financial health, that clearly break down your restricted funds, and that detail every expense by program. This is the kind of professional storytelling that builds incredible confidence with every single person who has a stake in your mission.
So let's start to wrap this up by looking at the bigger picture here. This is all about using smarter tools to create a greater impact. And ultimately, it's about future-proofing your organization's mission for the long haul.
This quote really says it all, doesn't it? You're not just buying a fix for today's problems, you are investing in a platform that's going to grow with you. So as you add new programs, as you secure more grants and expand your impact, your financial system just scales right alongside you without ever missing a beat.
So let's recap that path from chaos to clarity. It's pretty straightforward, right? By embracing modern tools, you automate your processes, you build more trust with your donors, you slash the errors from spreadsheets, you save an incredible amount of time, and you build a financial foundation that is absolutely ready for growth.
And I just want to leave you with this one final thought. Forget about the software for a second, and just think about your mission. With all that time you'd save, and with crystal clear financial insights right at your fingertips, what more could your organization truly achieve? The possibilities there are pretty inspiring to think about.